Howdy y'all, today I'm going to be a good old southern gentleman, but before I get started, first things first, you are one mighty fine looking woman and I would love to take you out to dinner sometime. There is a great steakhouse I know just down the road from my ranch and I promise you, you will love it. Now I'm a good old country boy, I like to live the simple life. I hold family values right here close to my heart and I do believe that the female gender is much more loving, much more caring, and that their place is at home taking care of a big old family. And I understand that not everybody is going to agree with me, but if you don't, you are going straight to hell. You are going to burn there for eternity. Believe me when I say so. What I am going to talk about is technology, because I do believe that technology has gotten way out of hand for simple old country folk like myself. You know, that company Apple, there's a reason that it's called Apple. It is indicative of original sin made by Eve when she took the apple that the snake gave her or whatever. If you own an iPad or an iBook or an iJustine or whatever they're called, you are a sinner and you are going to hell. I can guarantee you that much. You're going straight down to hell. You're going to burn. You're going to burn all the way for eternity. You're going to burn. My son, he asked me for an iPad last Christmas, so I just made one out of some sticks that were lying around, and he still loved it, you know. He gave me a drawing of me and him holding hands, and it said, "I love you, Daddy." Now, a lot of you would think that's mighty cute for a little boy, but I burnt that picture straight away because I'm not holding hands with no other man. I ain't no fag, even though it is my son. I'm not holding hands with him. That is gay, that is homosexual, and I don't want to burn in hell. So I grounded his dumb ass for a week, and that's what I call good old parenting. Good old traditional parenting, the way it's supposed to be done. Now, I also get real frustrated using Microsoft Word because sometimes I write something and this funny little green underline comes up underneath and I right-click the button and it says fragment, consider revising. And I say to myself, no, Mr. Bill Gates, you should consider revising your patronizing technology to make it better suited for simple country folk like myself. Hell, it needs to be a lot less complicated before we even think about using your fancy-ass Windows 98 computers or whatever they're called. I just don't understand it at all. There's all these little buttons everywhere and like, what's a desktop? There's no desk. I don't understand it at all. By God. One of my son's best buddies, Jamie, he came over to stay with us during the holidays from Wisconsin, and his parents had given him a cellular phone, a cell phone to use to call them to make sure that he was safe. And I threw Satan's earpiece out as soon as he walked in that door because I don't want none of that rubbish in my house. If he wants to live with us, he's got to live like us. So I gave him a hunting rifle and told him to get out there and hunt some deer. And he's been gone for 4 days, so he must be having a mighty good time. And that's the way it should be. Children with guns, hunting deer, not using their cell phones or their iPads or their tampons or whatever they're using. I don't really know these days. So thanks a lot for listening to me, everyone. If you like to live the good old simple life, please click this button down here, this subscribe button. I don't really know what it does, but I think it's worthwhile doing so. But as soon as you do that, throw your computer out into the river, because if you keep using that, you are going to hell. You're going to burn in hell for eternity. For millions and millions of years, for eternity. You're gonna burn, you're gonna die, you're gone.